OutKick The Tailgate, presented by Farmfolio. Hour number 2, guys. Hour number 2, slightly colder than hour number 1. Live from Innisfree in Tuscaloosa. Excited to be here. We're really excited. I mean, again, great night last night here at Innisfree. But if we could just crank up the heat a little bit outside, that'd be ideal.
I know I should probably be like selling this and telling people to come out and be with us outside.
Yeah.
But I don't know why anyone would be outside right now.
But they can
I'm
go
going to be
in-
completely
they can go
honest with
inside.
our audience. I feel like they like our honesty. It is freezing. And somehow it's gone from 41 to 28, and there's some moron running in shorts and a t-shirt right now.
Shorts.
What is that guy doing?
Well, he's
we saw the
running.
two
He's
people in the
moving.
bar earlier. This guy's running in shorts and a t-shirt. It is freezing.
He's trying to sweat out the alcohol from last night.
Yeah.
He's working it off.
But guys,
Smart man.
it is now time for Farmfolio Fact or Fiction. Maybe this will warm us up, maybe it won't, but it's worth a shot. Hutton, we already talked about your love for Michigan State. They are going to lead off Fact or Fiction. Their running back, Kenneth Walker, is the front runner for the Heisman Trophy race. Will you say that is fact or fiction? Big 5-touchdown game last week.
This is fiction. I think Bryce Young is the Heisman front runner as of today, based on the numbers and based on the fact that I don't think Alabama is going to lose until the SEC championship game. I think Michigan State falls off. Could be today. Could happen today against Purdue. I would say fiction. He's close. He's not the front runner.
I hate to have actual facts get in the way of good opinions on this,
Listen.
but it's fiction because I'm looking at the odds right now, and Bryce Young is plus 190. Kenneth Walker's fourth at plus 500 at FanDuel with the odds to win the Heisman Trophy. Now, I will say it should be fact. I think Kenneth Walker should be the Heisman frontrunner right now, but guys, we all know this is an award that typically goes to the best player on the best team or one of the best teams. And right now, when you look at the list, it's Bryce Young, who's
It's Bryce
number
Young
2 in
now.
the playoff rankings and a great
We
quarterback.
should not count out C.J. Stroud. He has some big stage moments coming up for Ohio State, and they're going to be back in the playoff mix.
I'm totally with you. I'm excited to actually watch Ohio State down the stretch. That's one of the teams that I definitely have circled on
Isn't
my
it
list.
crazy though with Ohio State? They lost early to Oregon,
Right.
And then they've gone into anonymity where they are just stomping people out. They haven't played anyone since then, but they continue to climb because they figured things out. They got the best offense in the country,
Yeah.
and Hutton's right. We're about to start seeing more. They've got Michigan State, obviously the last game of the year with Michigan.
Yep.
They've got all these big games starting last week with Penn State. That's where we're going to find out a lot more about
the committee
Ohio State.
validated them this week by granting Oregon that 4th spot because Oregon is valued by the committee because of their win over the great Ohio State.
They liked the wins. They didn't take into account a lot of the losses.
Right.
And we can dive all into that. Dan Dockich is going to join us. I have a feeling that he will want to get into a lot of this as well. But next up, Lane Train. So it's like a Hutton fact or
ahead.
fiction. It's just we're
keep it
going
going.
in his wheelhouse right now. I did this because I sent you a text about this one. And it was Lane Kiffin needs to drop the analytics and kick field goals on 4th down. I was like, we love Lane Train. But at some point, we were here at the game, Ole Miss, Alabama. They went for it, and then they, went for it again on the 5-yard line and turned it over on downs. And it's just something that we see over and over and over again.
I don't question Kiffin on offense. The guy knows offense. I question it was stupidity late in the first half against Alabama because they went for it and failed so early that the failed 4th downs got them out of it. But I don't disagree with the fact that you have to be aggressive against Alabama. Just this past week, they're trailing late. You got to go for it because he knows he's going to need a touchdown. The defense isn't stopping anyone at Ole Miss. I think that plays a factor in light of thinking there and being aggressive offensively.
It's fiction because this is what I want from Lane Kiffin. I don't think it's analytics. I think it's Lane Kiffin having a feel for the game and knowing what his team needs.
They say the
and what his
analytics guy is
offense
standing
needs.
right behind him telling him.
I would.
It's yes and no that it's analytics.
Right.
Well, okay, then I'll say fiction with this caveat. I want Lane Kiffin making the call.
Yeah.
Like, he's the type of guy, he's got that natural feel for play calling. He knows what his team needs. Drop the analytics guy and go for it if you want to. But I want Lane Kiffin making those bold, daring calls because that's how Ole Miss is where they are right now. It's that go-for-it mentality, and I think that plays well with his players.
There are more and more teams that are going for it on 4th down, not just Kiffin.
Joey Freshwater, a big fan of Innisfree
Yes.
as well.
As for the tour.
I'm going to be talking about that soon. And maybe even enjoying one of the cocktails that Joey Freshwater may have enjoyed at Innisfree.